I was literally 21 at like 15 years old. You know, I was just sipping and sipping. Once I hit 15, dude, I got drunk as fucking like Quince. Like, blasted, blasted, blasted. Was that my, I think that was my first time blacking out. Like, blacking out. I was, just getting like drunk before, like buzzed or whatever. But that was like my first time blacking out. Like, I don't remember my Quince. I really don't, dude. Because, I mean, maybe I'll do a Quince video or something one day explaining about it or whatever. Because I didn't really want one, you know. But I was like, shit, if it's going to be there and it's a party, let's get fucked up, I just like put party equals getting fucked up, you know. So, dude, I got blasted, and like, when I was 15, when I turned 15, it was like I turned 21, dude. And then after that, it was like getting like blacked out. At that point, it wasn't like, let me just get drunk anymore, let me just get a little bit buzzed. Fuck no, dude. If I was drinking, it was to black the fuck out. And, I turned 15. I was going to Quinces. And I was getting fucked up at Quinces, dude. I was like the one that always kind of had the drink. Because I was just, like, if I'd ask Rita for a bottle, like, she'd get it for me, And it's crazy because, like, who the fuck buys their 15-year-old a bottle? But whatever. I mean, it's cool. I had a good time at that time, I guess. I don't fucking know. But, like, that's another thing, too. Like, I'm not blaming her or anything, like, fuck no. But it's like, that's when, like, you should think. Like, I mean, obviously, at that age, like, they don't tell you stuff, like, about, self-reflection, you know, what that can really cost to your body, at like 15 or whatever, when you're going out, you're going to Quinces, it's like, oh, let me just go have a good time, let me have a couple drinks and, like, loosen up or whatever, they don't tell you about, like, the, like, bad things of alcohol, you know what I'm saying? They don't tell you what that will cause. They don't tell you about mental health, for you to see, oh, am I drinking because of this? Because I want to escape reality, So it's just, that's why it's important to, like, talk about that stuff. Like, what, like at school, why can't they talk about, they have sex ed or whatever, health class that doesn't even really teach you about your health or anything. They tell you about sex, how to protect yourself, this and that. And it's like, dude, why are you teaching that? If you're teaching that and, like, exposing it, you're exposing it to them, and they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they teach about mental health? Dude, I think they even talk about sex in middle school. Do they? Maybe even fucking elementary school. I feel like at the endish of 5th grade is when they started talking about it. Because they used to have, what was it, DARE? For me, it was DARE. It was like, I don't even know what it means. I think the D is for drugs. I don't know. Wait, what's DARE? Drugs, alcohol. Honestly, I don't know what it means. Should we look it up? Let me see if it comes up. Oh, I barely get service here. Let me see. Because I remember that. DARE. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say, you guys. Oh, let me see. Right here. To resist. No. Drug abuse resistance education. Drug abuse resistance education, I guess. But it was just, I think, a little bit. Because I remember we had shirts. I don't even really remember like that. But I guess I don't even know what they teach there. But, like, go more in depth into that. Like, expand that, because that's like, I mean, dude, nowadays people are fucking, little kids are just drinking, doing drugs, smoking hella young. like hella young. Um, I was probably like the only one sipping at that age, because I know when I got suspended with two other girls, like it was my idea, like it was my idea. They've never, I think, drank like that, and one of them said that was like her first time. And I was like fuck, like, I mean, whatever. But yeah, so after that, like after 15, I was going to Quinces, this and that. And it just, I mean, I was just drinking. I wasn't doing drugs or anything like that, cuz I just knew, I kind of knew already, what alcohol was, it was getting me fucked up. So it was like that was kind of fine for me at the time. I didn't smoke. I started smoking like after high school, like 18. Yeah. And so I was just, dude, alcohol was like my thing, dude. I loved alcohol. Like I was like, dude, and I already knew like how it worked, like I knew my tolerance. I knew like which ones I fucked with, which ones I didn't, but you guys, like, I just didn't understand. And like looking back, I'm like, dude, I had a problem like at that age. Like I was already getting like blacked the fuck out at like 15. And obviously the next day, dude, like I felt like shit. Like I'd be throwing up and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, like that is a problem, you know? But obviously, like back then, I'm telling you, like, it was just like, I'm having fun. Like, fuck it, whatever. Like, I didn't think about it because nobody, you don't, there was like no one telling me, like nothing saying like, oh, alcohol is, bad for you, like it's a depressant, this and that. And I feel like because since I was always drinking, dude, since at a really young age, I wasn't always present in the present moment, so it's like, yeah, things were happening, horrible things were happening, like this and that, but I always kind of stayed, just chill or whatever, because I was just like drunk, like I'd be buzzed, and it's like I was out of this world, the spirits took over me. you know and I I was like, I wasn't here, and I wasn't really like, reflecting. I wasn't really experiencing through everything, like really taking it in, which is why how I mentioned in, I think it was my past episode, or I don't know, which was it, my past one? I think, it was my past one, that when when anxiety really, really hit me was when I quit. Why? Because, and I was like sober, dude. Like I've been drinking all these years. Literally. One, like, dude, since I was 21, when I was gonna turn 21, you guys, like, before, dude, I was already going to clubs at 17, 18. Going to strip clubs at like 16, 17 years old. Like, you guys, dude, I had a wild, wild ride. And, so I was just partying, dude. Like, before going to clubs, since I was able to go to some, but, I couldn't be out like that because I didn't have, I wasn't the age. I wasn't going in legally. I was buying alcohol. I just couldn't wait to be 21 to legally buy alcohol, like me buying it, me legally. But before that, like, well, I think at 18, no, at 18, you can start going into some clubs. I know strip clubs, yeah, I think, I don't know yet. But at 18, there was this club in the city nights. Dude, I was there every weekend. And I wouldn't go out to really like dance or anything like that, because I wouldn't really dance. I just go out, dude, to get fucked up. Just literally just to drink. And when we weren't going to when I wasn't going to clubs, dude, we were like with a whole little crew. At that time, I was like, with a little certain crew. And we just buy our beer packs, get some couple bottles, hit a little cut, and literally do sip the whole night. Like, sometimes I wouldn't even go home. You know, I drink literally for like the whole weekend straight, you know? And that's like me just being drunk, like the spirits, these bad spirits taking over me, like me not being in the present moment, you know? And it was wild. Like looking back at it now, like I see, dude, like that is, crazy. Like, I was living the party life, you guys. I was living the party life. I was partying, dude, and partying hard. I was partying like there was no tomorrow, you know? And when people say like live like there's no tomorrow, like YOLO, this and that, it means like take risks, like literally do what you truly love. It doesn't mean party like there's no tomorrow, like, and that's how I thought before. I thought like, oh, YOLO, like, like live like there's no tomorrow. I thought it was like partying up, like live it up in the party life like there's no tomorrow, because I was like, dude, like, fuck it, why not? Like, that's literally how I thought. I was like, dude, like, but it really ain't like that, you guys.